Joshua 7, verse 10 to 12. I want to title this message this morning, The Little Things Matters. The little things matters. The Bible tells us in the book of Joshua that God told Joshua when they go up against Jericho that whatever it is that is there, the gold and the silver, all the precious metal belongs to him. He said all the precious metal belongs to him. Destroy every other thing. Destroy everything. And Joshua told his soldiers and everyone, what is it that God said? And they all agreed, well, we're going to do as what God said to do. And when the wall came down, my friends, the wall came down and they went in there. And the Bible tells us that Achan, he decided that, well, he would profit off of this whole thing. And he took the Babylonian garment, a couple of Babylonian garment. He took a couple wedge of gold and silver. And in his tent, he dug a hole. And he buried it. He hid it. Nobody knows about it. Maybe he and his family alone knows about this gold and this silver and this Babylonian garment that is hidden. And now Israel is still there functioning, but then Israel now going up the smallest nation that they have, the nation of Ai. And how is it that Ai, the smallest nation of all, bring a reproach to us. We have lost men in this battle. We have lost this battle. Something is wrong. And Joshua tore his garment, and all his leaders, they tore their garment and they went into prayer. They knelt down and they placed their face upon the ground and they cry out to God. Maybe they begin to pray and ask God to look down upon Israel. Oh God, why have Israel been defeated? Have mercy on Israel. And they were praying for God to move on Israel's behalf, because they understand without God they will fail. Without God they will not prosper. And they begin to pray and pray and pray. And then God said to Joshua, he said, get up. Get up from prayer. Israel have sinned. No amount of prayer gonna change this. No amount of fasting gonna change this. Israel have sinned. He said, you gotta get rid of that accursed thing. Somebody took what belongs to me and hid it among their stuff. I'm not gonna be with you anymore. You are your own. I pull myself away because you transgress against the covenant. We had an agreement. And you violate the agreement. So I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. And when God pulled away, the smallest nation destroyed them. Maybe Achan said to himself, I've seen what God did. He threw down a big wall. We have seen so many victories. We have conquered so many nations. So this little thing will not do any harm. What is it with a little wedge of gold and a little silver and a couple of garments? No, this can't do anything. And he took the little things and he put it in his stuff and he buried it. Nobody knows about it, but God knows, my friends. Joshua didn't know about it. No other soldier know about it, but God knows about it. And I come to tell you today, the things that you might think nobody knows about, God knows about it. The very thing that you might be hiding and tell yourself, man don't know, your pastor don't know, no other leader don't know, God sees it. And God is saying, the little thing matters. In your sight it might be a small thing. In the sight of others it might be a small thing, but in the eyes of God it is something big. Sin is sin, and he said sin is in the camp. Maybe they're praying and praying and praying like many of us today. When we get defeated in some way, form, we first attack the devil. Oh, is the devil attacking me? The devil attacking my finances. The devil attacking my family. The devil attacking, and the devil says, not me. It's you and your God. It's not me. You wrong your God. Why blaming me? And they're trying to see what is going on. God said, get up. Deal with it. Get rid of it. Find who it is that have sinned, that has caused this thing to happen to Israel, and deal with it. And whoever you find out, Joshua, kill that person. Kill his donkey. Kill his family. Kill everything that they have. And so many times we look externally and we are not looking internally to see what we have done wrong that caused God to pull back. We can pray. Listen to me. He got some prayer warrior man. They get down into prayer, believe they can pull down heaven, and God said, I ain't hear you yet. In Isaiah 59, he said, God's ear is not heavy that he can't hear you, neither his hands short that he can't help you, but your iniquity have separated you from your God. He said, I'm going to deafen my ears. I will not hear you. And listen, if we don't get it right, God will not hear us. I don't care how long you pray. I don't care how much you fast. You got to get rid of that thing that God hates. Then is when God is going to hear you. So the children of Israel in Isaiah 59, after 58 talks about fasting and prayer, 59 Isaiah tell them, listen, God is not the problem, you are the problem. You got to fix yourself. You got to get rid of those things. No amount of fasting going to change God. You got to deal with that sin. So Achan took what belongs to God, dig a hole and hide it. Nobody can see, but God sees it. God knows where it was. God knows. God said, I'm not going to be a part of this. Said Joshua, get up. Some of us need to take action rather than prayer. Some of us believe in so much in prayer that we're going to pray about everything, and God's showing you where you got to deal with, but you refuse to deal with it. God telling you move this bottle from here and put it here, but you refuse to do that. You believe in praying and fasting, and you're praying, you're fasting. God said, move it. Get rid of the sin. Stop lying. Stop being covetous, disrespectful, and disobedient. But we choose not to deal with that. We choose to believe, oh, we're going to fast and pray and bring down heaven. God said to Joshua, get up. Family by family, tribe by tribe, hunt them out. Get that person, deal with it. Then I'm going to move on with you. And Joshua was there, and Joshua calling out tribes by tribes, families by families, and he go down to individual by individual. And the most amazing thing was that Achan knew what Joshua was doing. Achan knew that he sinned against God. Achan knew what he did, but Achan did not present himself and said, I am the one who did it. Achan thought he would get a slip by. He thought he would have passed by and everything would have run smooth again. But ladies and gentlemen, when Joshua got to Achan, Joshua said to Achan, he said, give God glory, speak the truth, what you have done, tell us what you did. And then Achan says that I took the gold, I took the silver, I took the garment, and I hid it under my tent. My friends, God can see everything we hide. There's no hiding place when it comes to God. You can cover up for your children, you can cover up for yourself, but God can see it. God knows where it is, and God is the one who will decide if he will give you the victory or not. And now he said it is there. Joshua sent the men. When they went and they dig up, they found the stuff and they brought it back. Joshua says, well, we're going to destroy you and everything. My question was, why did God allow Joshua or tell Joshua to kill his entire family? Oh, that looked like they went beyond, right? No, my friends, God knows why he told Joshua to take out everything that they have, because maybe the family, the children, they were a part of the crime. They're conspiring with the father to cover up some stuff. Maybe they've seen, God already see their heart, that they started to manifest that spirit of covetousness and disobedience and disrespectful to God. And God said, no, we got to clean every bit of them out. I come to tell you, my friends, there are some parents who are disobeying God, who are doing the things that is wrong in the sight of God, and their children are a part of it. You are destroying yourself and destroying your entire family, and God judge every one of them. Some of us are guilty for where our children are, because we know the things we are doing wrong, and our children is seeing it, and our children is a part of it, and we cover it up and we appear as though things are good with us, with God, but your children have seen, and God gonna judge you and your entire family. Achan thought, well, I'm going to profit off of this. God said it is his own. He took it Maybe he going around with all the soldiers. Yes, we have done well. Yes, we have conquered. Listen to me, my friends. The time when we think that we have made so much of impact, we have won so many victories, we have done so many good things, we have seen the favor of God, we have seen the power of God, we have seen God giving us so much of victories. That is the time when we let down our guard. Just as God bring down the wall of Jericho and we see the power of God, there's a little thing. I'm going to profit off of this. We got to guard against when we see God doing great things in our life. Don't feel, well, you know what? After all, I can do a little lie. I'm going to lie a little, or I'm going to dabble in a little iniquity, or I'm going to be a little bit, something with, it's a little thing in your sight, but in the eyes of God is something big. And we must not tell ourselves we can hide from God. Listen to me, my friends. Each and every one of us, you know what is it that you're hiding. You know what you're covering up. And whatever you're hiding and you're covering up, God will expose it. God will bring it to shame. And he will not fight your battle because he's a holy God. What Achan did, my friends, it was disrespectful to God. Because God said, don't take that. Destroy every other thing. The gold and the silver, it belongs to me. It was disrespectful. It was disobedience. It was covetousness. And he took it and he lost his life, and his entire family died because of disobedience from the head. From the head. Rather than we doing the right thing, we train up our children to do the wrong thing. And then we ask ourselves, where is God? God is right there. The children of Israel, they say, where is God? In Isaiah 58, in Isaiah 59, the answer was there. Where is God? Isaiah said, God is right there. But your sins have separated you from your God. And then he began to name the sin. And the sin that he put there, he said, you're lying. You got believers, Christians lying. They're lying to God. They're lying to their fellow man. They lie all the time. And they say, where is God in this battle? Stop the lying. Let me go to Isaiah 59 and read it for you, man. Let me get it right. Because you might say, Pastor, what you saying there is not true. There's a little thing. A little lie. God ain't going to hear this prayer. Isaiah 59 said, behold, the Lord's hands is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither is